Everyone who has ever played FIFA has asked the question, what is the best formation in this game? Now, there are a lot of factors that go into that, like what your play style is, the type of players that you like, but when it comes down to it, what is just the pure best formation in FIFA 22? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So guys, we're going to be talking about the top 5 formations in FIFA 22, what makes them so good, the tactics and instructions, and everything that goes along with it. Now, these 5 formations have been used in every single part of Ultimate Team, whether it's FUT Draft, FUT Champions, the upper echelons, the Elite Division, whatever it may be, we've used these formations a lot. And while my playstyle and your playstyle might be just a little bit different, I feel as though these 5 formations have a very good balance, or at the very least are extremely good in one case or another when it comes to using them. So be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already, and without further ado, let's jump in to number 5. So number 5 is going to be the 4-3-3 version 4 formation. Now, this formation was sent to me by a viewer, and while you may concede 5, 6, 7 goals in a game with it, you are going to be scoring 9, 10, or 11 of them. So if you want just a pure chaotic game, this is the one for you. As you can see, we have a certain press when it comes to the defensive style. We have fast build up, forward runs. There are 6 ticks when it comes to the players in the box. So again, it is a very attacking tactic style, but along with that, the 4-3-3 is also just very attacking with 3 attackers, a center attacking mid, and 2 midfielders. All of these guys are going to be getting forward. Now, what makes this different compared to any other tactic that I've had is that there are quite literally no instructions in this formation, meaning that you're going to have at least 6 players in the box from the midfield and on, and you could also have your left and right back bombing forward. So essentially, you're going to have potentially 8 players forward when you are attacking. So yeah, it's essentially an all or nothing where you're going to be scoring a goal or going to be conceding every single time someone has possession. But again, as long as you are at least halfway decent at defending, or if you're just extremely good attacking wise, then you're going to be fine. Moving on to number 4, and this is also going to be a 4-3-3 variation with the 4-3-3 version 5. Now, this formation is the exact opposite of the 4-3-3 version 4 because it's a lot more possession based. There's no pressing style, it's slow build up, it's possession, and while there are 6 ticks for players in the box and the tactic, again, it is going to be a lot slower and be more possession. Along with that, we actually have instructions this time. So for our defense, everything is on default. The defensive mid is stay back, cover center. The center mids are on cover center, and that's it. The center forward is on false 9, and the wingers are on cut inside. Now, what's good about this formation is that it draws the defense out. Again, you're playing a lot more slowly. You're not necessarily just holding the ball and passing it around the back, but you're making sure that you're drawing out the opposition, because if they don't put pressure on you, you're just going to be able to pass around the midfield, the defense, the attack, everywhere on the field is going to be completely free range for you. And so when you draw the defense out, that means you're able to pass through them very easily, and you make these really well-worked goals that are incredibly satisfying to make. So while it's not as chaotic or high octane as the other formation, I do think that it could potentially result in a lot more fun and potentially beautiful, really well-worked goals. Plus, you have a few other players back besides, you know, just your 2 center backs, which is, I would say, always a plus. Moving on to the third best formation, and this one just makes sense to put it here. It is the 3-5-2. What makes this formation so good is that it's incredibly fluid. You can make it the most defensive formation in the game or the most attacking one, depending on what you want to do. And so you can change your tactics accordingly. So my tactics are pretty balanced initially. However, I can make changes accordingly to what my opponent does. So I have 40 width, 60 depth, direct passing. Width is at 45, players in the box at 6. Again, all of this is pretty standard. I have my outside center backs on overlap. I have my more defensive mid on stay back while attacking, my more attack-minded defensive mid on get forward. I have my center attacking mid stay forward, my 2 central strikers on get in behind, and my 2 wingers on comeback on defense. Now, again, what's really nice is that you can make this a very lockdown formation. You can have both center backs on stay back. You can bring your center attacking mid back. You can have your wingers come back. You don't have to have overlap on your center backs. Or you could make it more attacking. Have both of your defensive mids on get forward. You could have your wingers on stay forward, join the attack. You could have your center backs on overlap. So you can have this coming back very defensive and going forward very attack-wise. Attack-wise, that's not a thing. Okay, words. So if you're looking for a change contrary to those classic 4-2-3-1 and kind of boring formations, I would use the 3-5-2 because, again, you can use it accordingly to what you want to do, and it has a very meta and overpowered setup in this natural formation. Moving on to second place, the second best formation, in my opinion, is going to be the 4-3-2-1. What makes this formation different contrary to virtually every other formation in the entire game, is that it has 3 forwards up top. That means the defense is going to have an absolute handful when it is trying to defend, and if it sends its left and right backs forward, then you're going to have a numerical advantage of a 3-on-2 every single time you start the attack. Now when it comes to these tactics, it is a very attack-minded formation. However, you can make it very nice defensively as well, which we will get into in the instructions. For the tactics, we have pressure on heavy touch, 40 width, 60 depth, change creation as on direct passing. The width is at 55, and again, players of the box is at 6. For the instructions, we have the center backs on default, left and right backs on join the attack. We have the central center mid, stay back, cover center, the wide center mids just on balanced everything, the left and right forwards on get in behind and stay forward, and the central striker on stay central and target man. Now again, those are just my personal tactics and instructions. You can change that to whatever you want to do, but I would really recommend doing some more attack-minded stuff since you, again, have the advantage of essentially 3 strikers. Technically, it's a left and right forward, but in this case, we're just going to call them strikers because that's what they essentially are. So not only do you have those 3 players up top that are always going to be causing havoc for the opposition, but you have this very congested midfield with 3 central center mids, and you can make a very challenging choice for your opposition if you have the left and right backs on join the attack, or at the very least on balanced. You're going to be giving a lot of space and opportunity for those 3 up front and potentially a late run from the center mid as well. You also have a lot more defensive stability with this stay back while attacking on the central center mid, meaning you essentially have this triangle of your 2 center backs and the central guy just always being there to defend for you. Now the moment I'm sure all of you guys have been waiting for, the best formation in the game currently. What is the best thing to use when you are loading up a game of FIFA? And so number 1, the best formation in FIFA 22 at the moment is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. This really shouldn't come as much of a surprise to, I'm sure, a lot of you, because not only have pros been using this, but there's something that this formation that quite literally no other formation offers. You see, there's actually a glitch with this formation. The center attacking mid, when it is just on balanced rather than stay forward or on comeback on defense, they will go back to play left mid, left center mid, left wing, wherever, somewhere on that kind of left-hand side. And so that means while you are defending, it turns into a very compact 4-4-2, and then when it's attacking, it turns into its natural 4-1-2-1-2 formation. So it changes formation depending on whether you are defending or attacking, and again, no other formation has that. And so that means you can make it a good defensive formation if you are so inclined, or you can make it very attacking as well. And so what we've done is try to defend on the front foot and try to really take it at the attack. So we have pressure on heavy touch, 35 width, 71 depth, balance, direct passing, 40 width, 7 for the players in the box as well, because again, we really want to take it to them. For the instructions, we have a completely balanced defense. The defensive mid stay back while attacking, cover center. 1 center mid is just on balanced everything. The other center mid is on stay back while attacking. The center attacking mid is on balanced everything, and then both strikers on get in behind and stay forward. And so again, this is, in my opinion, the best formation in the game. Not only do you have this very nice compact middle that you can play some very good passes to, but you can also have overlaps on the outside with your left and right backs, which is going to cause some headaches for your opposition. And obviously, it turns into a 4-4-2 defensively, which again, no other formation can really offer for you. Thinking about it, the 4-4-2 might be able to defend in a 4-4-2. That probably makes sense, but you know, besides that. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Now, I'm not saying that there are no other good formations. I know the 4-4-2, the 4-2-3-1, the 4-2-2-2, for example, are all very good formations for a lot of people. I just think that these formations that I've listed add a lot of things that no other formation, or at the very least, not a lot of other formations can offer. So like I said, that is going to do it for this video, guys. Be sure to leave in the comments what your favorite formation and tactics and instructions are. And like I said, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.